if you're looking to get into Pokemon TCG and you love the idea of building custom decks and competing against other players, let's say maybe you've been playing TCG online and you've been running themed decks and you're like, I want to play like all the cool cards and get into all the serious stuff. You've opened these boosters and you don't really have enough to build a full deck yet. There are places, like, you don't have to buy packs to get codes. You can go to a place like a Potown store, or a Card Cavern's another one I've heard good things about. I personally use Potown store all the time, so this is the one we're going to use, but you can use whatever one you want. Of course, do your research and don't get scammed. This is one that I personally use and haven't had a bad experience yet, and I believe this works as well. So if you use Potown at checkout, you can save 5% on your purchases. They don't sponsor me. It'd be cool if they did, though, right? But no, I don't have a deal with them. I'm just using this as an opportunity to chat about, certain things that are a better investment up front if you're just trying to, get started playing in standard play, versus, certain other things that may not work out so well. So yeah, just a preference. Like, everybody's needs are different. You might want different things, and that's on you. I'm just saying I'm a beginner to intermediate level player trying to play standard format with, as efficiently as I can. So here's some things to pick up. I would strongly recommend the Trainer's Toolkit. This is a fantastic set. It's currently sold out right now, but you're basically getting pretty much every, like, 2 copies of every meta relevant trainer card. So you're getting special energies, you're getting boss's orders, Marnies, air balloons, big charm, all of that stuff. You could pull dozens of booster packs to try and get all of these cards, but you will just get them all in one shot, and you can apply these to pretty much any deck you have in mind. And you also get 2 Crobat Vs, and Crobat V is a card that a lot of decks run, even if you're not playing a dark type deck, because you get the dark asset ability, you put it down on your bench, and you can draw up to 6 cards. So it's a great way of being able to draw more cards, and works in pretty much every deck. It's currently sold out right now, but at least on Potown, but when these do come back in stock and you're looking to build decks, this is a fantastic place to start. Now, let's say you want to play, like, right now, standard play with something good. Of the options here, there are a couple of League Battle decks, and that's generally the brand of pre-made decks that are meant for competitive play right out of the gate. There's a couple here with Zashi and V, one with Reshiram Charizard, and there's a Pikachu Zekrom one. I would avoid those only in the sense that a lot of cards from these decks are falling out of rotation in September. So if you want something that's going to be meta relevant in standard play for at least the next year at the time of this recording, I would recommend the Inteleon League Battle deck. This one is going to be a lot stronger than the theme decks you would get either in the in-game store or buy in the store, and it's still better than the V Battle decks as well that come with 1 Pokemon V. You're going to get 2 Inteleon Vs, 2 Inteleon V Maxes, and at this point, more importantly, you're getting the Shady Dealings line of Inteleons. So you're getting, where are the Pokemon in here? Yeah, 3 Sobbles, 2 Drizziles, and 2 Inteleons. You get the Shady Dealings cards that lets you pull whatever trainer cards you want. This is a popular line for, I've seen it for Urshifu, I've seen it for other water type Pokemon. It works with pretty much almost anything. So you can use this as the basis of whatever deck you're going to build going forward. And the Inteleon V and V Maxes are very good as well. So you can just play right out the gate and do pretty well. And you can make changes to this as well to make it even better, and it's not that hard to upgrade. Some stuff to avoid. I would say whatever the latest set is, you probably don't want to spend your money on these. They charge the most for whatever the newest set is. And like, I know Evolving Skies is coming out. It's got the Rayquazas, it's got the Evolutions. You're like, oh, I want to get these. But they also charge a lot, right? So Evolving Skies packs are 95 cents versus, say, Battle Styles, which is 19 cents. You can get way more cards out of this and way more trade bait if you were to buy something like Battle Styles over something like an Evolving Skies right now. I think when the hype cools off for Evolving Skies and the price comes down, it'll make a little more sense. But in the immediate term, I would strongly suggest just using your coin. Oh, I can't. It doesn't actually show here. Whatever coins you earn by playing TCG online, use those on whatever the newest set is. So if you're looking for Evolving Skies or whatever the newest set is at the time you're watching this, use your free coins to get whatever boosters you want from there. If you're gonna buy boosters, some I would recommend. I think Battle Styles is one that I would strongly recommend. I know that, you know, popularity-wise, Battle Styles not the most popular. People weren't excited about the sort of collector value of these cards, but in terms of meta relevant cards, you can get, you know, the big one here, Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX is an absolute monster of a card. You can get your Single Strike, your Rapid Strike energies, your Single Strike and Rapid Strike support Pokemon, and at like 19 cents US a pack, it's pretty cheap, and you can trade these as well in the game for other stuff. So if you're gonna get boosters, I think Battle Styles is a pretty decent investment. Vivid Voltage, I know these ones are pretty cheap too. There's not as many meta relevant cards in there, but not bad. I wouldn't be paying like $1 per. No. I wouldn't do that. Another one to avoid. I know there's probably a lot of Marnie stands in the chat. For $14.99, all you're getting two Marnie cards, the promo ones. They look really nice. Actually, no, there's a couple. Like 4 Marnie cards. They look really nice. And then you're getting like in-game sleeves and a deck box and the Marnie coin. For $15 US, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I know that trying to buy this box, it's being like marked up like crazy because it's hard to find. But you can literally get hundreds of cards through booster packs for the same amount. So unless you really want the flex, there are better ways of getting, like, it's not your best investment right now. And Meg, thank you for dropping by to say hello. Take care. Tell Space Cactus I said hi as well. Some other stuff here to pick up, or some other stuff to avoid. I would avoid, at this point, I would avoid this particular version of the Trainer's Toolkit. The red box. This one is... It comes with Dedenne, it comes with Boss's Orders, and a bunch of other good trainer cards as well. The problem is, pretty much all of this stuff is going to fall out of standard rotation in September, and possibly by the time you're watching this on YouTube, it's already fallen out of rotation. So make sure to get the blue box version instead. In terms of single cards, if you just need like bits and pieces of stuff, Eternatus is a fantastic card. I know it's like $7 for 2 cards, but Eternatus is an absolute monster. Can expand the bench up to 8 and then hit for upwards of 270 damage. So if you pair, for example, that Trainer's Toolkit, you got the Crobats, and you pair it with this, you've got the pretty good start on a dark type deck. So Eternatus, I know it's a little pricey for only 2 cards, but it's still one of the stronger cards in the game that you can build around pretty quickly, especially if you get the Crobats as well. Then you've got the start of a dark type deck. Some other ones, yeah, Crobat V and VMAX. If you need a couple extra Crobats, or you're actually making a dark deck and you want to fight with the VMAX, this is a pretty solid pickup as well. What else is on here? Zacian, oh my goodness, Zacian V. Again, it's the best 2 prize Pokemon card in the game. Ability to draw its own cards, attach energy, and for $2.90, that's pretty solid. You can get, 4 of these and then start building a really solid metal deck around this as well. And there's a lot of decks that Zacian V works in, and it's going to be in rotation for at least the next year. Some other single cards to like maybe avoid, I would say, this is gonna hurt. Tyranitar, I know it's on sale. You probably don't need it. You look at that 240 damage and like, oh man, 240 damage is amazing. But it takes 4 energy to get there. You have to discard the top 4 cards of your deck to do it. Getting 4 energy on a Tyranitar V at only 230H, it's going to be really tough to get there. And probably not worth it. I know it's cheap at $1.49 and you're like, oh, for $1.50 I can get this V. Probably not worth it. You'd probably have to run like a High Dragon, which lets you move the energy around. And I still don't think it's as good of an investment as something like an Eternatus V. Other ones here, if you're looking for decks, I would strongly recommend the League Battle one, and the one I would absolutely avoid actually is either of these, the Torrential Cannon. Any theme decks I would avoid buying off of a store like Potown or a Card Cavern, because you can unlock these in the game. You can go to the in-game store and for 500 coins you can just get it for free, and it's not worth it, right? Why would I pay $11 when I can pay 500 coins for the same thing? So I wouldn't worry about getting any theme decks off a place like Potown or Card Cavern. Is there any other thing? So yeah, avoid theme decks, avoid the pricey booster packs. I guess the latest thing out right now, the Calyrex V and the V Max boxes, these are a little weird. These are like, it's cheap and you're like, oh, I've heard so much about Shadow Rider and Ice Rider Calyrex. They're only $1. The problem here, there's two challenges here. One, it's not the V that is the problem, it's the V Max. The V Max is an amazing card. On both of them, they're both amazing. The V helps you get to the V Max, so if you've already got a Shadow Rider Calyrex V Max and you just need to evolve up to it, sure, grab this, fantastic. But if you're looking to use Shadow Rider Calyrex V by itself, which no one really does, this one also has different moves from the ones you can get in the Chilling Reign booster pack, and they're generally not as good. So I would avoid picking this one up or the Ice Rider code unless you've got V Maxes that you've pulled from a booster pack and you just need to evolve up to them. So there you go. There are some recos on things to pick up and things to avoid on a third-party site like a Potown, like a Card Cavern. Again, I'm not sponsored by any of these sites. Again, I strongly advise you to do some research and find a place you trust. I haven't gone to all of them. I only use this one, and this is one that I've had good experiences with in the past. And yeah, if you're looking to grab some codes, I would recommend Potown. Again, you can use the code. What is the site? It's Potown. I'll put the link in the chat. And again, you can use the promo code Potown for 5% off. I get none of that money. That's their code. Other ones to avoid as well, specifically if you're looking to play in standard play, I would avoid anything with GX in it. Again, like, these are awesome looking cards, and there's some really powerful cards in there too. ADP you can get in that deck. I don't know anything about this Blastoise card, but if you're looking to play standard, anything related to Pokemon Sun and Moon and GX cards, those are all falling out of rotation and you won't be able to use them in standard play. So if it's important for you to be able to play in standard play, which is the main tournament mode at Pokemon events, officially sanctioned events and so on, you're gonna want to avoid those. If you're playing expanded, I mean, go nuts. Get whatever you want, though that supports all the way up to black and white, I think. All right, that's gonna do it for this particular segment. Let's go back to playing a couple more games.